Oh. Yo, welcome back to Urban Street 420. I'm your host 40. Today we're making spaghetti alla vongole. I should be doing like this, huh? Rosso. Spaghetti with clams, baby, in a red sauce. We've got some water boiling right here. We're gonna open this up, huh? We're gonna take our spaghetti. Make sure you read the back. Double check how long it takes to cook. This particular spaghetti takes 7 to 9 minutes to cook. So knowing that, we're gonna cook it for 5.5 minutes. And then after 5.5 minutes, and we're gonna take this much and say this is for 2 people. I'm gonna drop this in the water. We're not gonna break it. We're gonna go ahead and turn this and try to get them to fall in the water. We also wanna put 3 tablespoons of salt. So let's go ahead and open up our salt. We're gonna take this. This is 1, 2, 3. There we go. We are gonna turn the burner on here. Maybe we can even turn it now so it goes in. There we go, right? We have roughly between 4 and 6 garlic cloves. If you use store-bought, you can remove the vein inside by cutting a clove in half. Should be easy to remove. That will get rid of the bitterness, but this is already pre-minced and we're gonna put it in here. Let's go ahead and take some nice olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil, and we are gonna coat the bottom of the pan like so. How much was that? Probably 4 tablespoons. I'm gonna go ahead and set a timer, and we're gonna set this for 5 minutes. Hopefully we'll have this done to be able to take the noodles, put them in here. So let's get going, right? You wanna use some Pacific clams if you can. These are Pacific clams. Of course, you could use other varieties. These were frozen. All I did was rinse them inside of a sieve, and some of them open just from rinsing them. Any of the ones that you cook that do not open, do not eat. Do not force them open. You want to throw them out. That's just something to take note of. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes since we started our timer. We got 3 minutes to go. Let's dump our garlic in here. Make sure we get it all out. You can use 4 cloves if you don't want it as garlicky, or 6 cloves, this is more like 6 cloves right here. And we are going to keep moving this around. We want to slightly brown this, but of course we do not want to burn it. So keep this stuff moving. As that's heating up, we're going to give it a second. Then we're going to dump our clams in. All right, let's dump our clams in. And remember to keep stirring. Because I put the clams in there that were a bit cold, it dropped the temperature. We're trying to get this back up to temperature. As this is going, the next thing that we're going to want to add or incorporate is about a cup of crushed, these are canned, right? Crushed tomatoes. Now, these are pulverized, huh? Over here in Spain, crushed tomatoes is almost like a liquid, huh? I mean, it's thick, but it's not as thick. If you buy crushed tomatoes in the States, they will be pieces of tomato in there. So anyway, I would prefer that. And if you can get the Italian variety, go for that. I just went with the grocery store variety, huh? If you wanted to leave this out, you could. You could just make a regular spaghetti with clam sauce and you wouldn't end up using any tomatoes. Basically, the recipe is the same, minus the tomatoes. We're gonna keep stirring, keep things going in here. Now, the idea is when these noodles are 1.5 minutes or so before they're gonna be ready, that's when we transfer them to here, and then that's when they're gonna cook, do the final cooking, absorb all the goodness of this sauce. But the reality is, I think our timing is slightly off. They won't be as al dente as I want, but it is what it is, right? Next, we're gonna take roughly, I don't know, this is not exactly a cup, but roughly a cup of parsley. And you're not gonna have to chop this up, just take it in your hand and just break this down, right? Into smaller pieces. I would say maybe you're using a 1/2 cup or so. I think this looks good. I'm going by eye here, huh? Something like that. Now, we used almost all of it. We put this off to the side. We're gonna dismiss this. This puppy's almost ready, so we're gonna drop the heat on it quite a bit, and let's see if we can keep that okay without getting totally done while we catch up over here. Next, we're gonna take roughly a tablespoon of cracked or crushed red pepper flakes, probably a little bit more than a tablespoon, but I like things spicy, huh? So that's good. I'm gonna stir this up a bit. Now, as we hear the bubbles, smell this, we are going to put roughly a cup or so of white wine. Now, what I'm gonna do, instead of measuring this, I'm just gonna pour this in here, and I think I have an idea where the cup mark is. More or less, it's around there, right? Maybe a little splash for bonus. because you know us, we're extra, baby. Now we're going to add more chili flakes, more parsley, but we are gonna wait to the final end, and more olive oil. If you're not going to infuse this, then just use regular olive oil. If you're going to infuse it, then you'll do it in the last step. Remember, I added some olive oil already, right, to the pan to get things cooking, going, etc. You don't wanna add it there. You wanna add it when it's almost done cooking. That way we don't degrade any of the THC, etc., right? We're gonna go ahead and take this off. This is looking good. We're now going to transfer our spaghetti. I'm gonna bring this closer, right? Turn off that burner. Woo, there we go. And we're just gonna go like this, right? And we're just gonna put this puppy in. The noodles definitely should have came out like a couple minutes ago because they're done right now, huh? And they're still gonna cook a little bit in here, absorbing this sauce. And let's go ahead and get everything moving around, you know? Something like this. Now you don't have to do that much, right? All we're gonna do is get it evenly distributed in the pan. So I'm looking at the time now. In about a minute, what we'll do is we'll add a little bit more parsley. Now I'm gonna use parsley spice, right? Instead of fresh parsley. This is gonna open up that flavor profile, right? After another, I don't know, 20 seconds or 30 seconds is when we're gonna add a little bit more parsley, a little bit more chili flakes, and this is where you'll add your infused oil. Depending on how much infused oil you use will determine how poppin' this is, what strength it is. So again, we're just gonna put some more parsley in here, more chili flakes. We are going to put on a little bit of olive oil like so. Now by adding it again, this is just gonna widen and increase our flavor profile spectrum, right? Your stomach is gonna be like, oh yeah, over here to, oh yeah. I'm just gonna move stuff around a little bit, something like so. We're gonna give it another second and let's plate this puppy up. I kept some of the fresh parsley over here. We can put on top if we want. Actually, we're probably not going to do, we're probably not gonna do that. So let's go ahead, let's grab some of this spaghetti. Now, I don't know, we could, obviously I'm for sure not doing this justice because I'm not plating it as nice as you should, right? And I don't even have any Parmesan cheese to put on top. So I'm totally screwing this up. Start grabbing some of these clams. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the camera. We're gonna come back after I do a little cleanup and we're gonna give this puppy a try. All I did is put a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper on top. Look at this bad boy, right? No messing around. I mean, this looks beautiful. It tastes amazing. I definitely recommend that you try it. Now again, you're gonna wanna use a high quality olive oil for the oil that you put at the end so the flavor stays the same. If you don't have infused olive oil, don't use infused grapeseed. Don't use infused sunflower, etc. It's gonna throw off the taste. The taste of this is just magical. This is so simple, yet it tastes like you did something special, like you accomplished something in life, right? Let me have one more bite, baby. Let's get it like a clam going too, right? Who let the clams out? Anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, share the video with your friends, guys. It would mean the world to me. Until next time, I'm out.